My name is Kanika Allison, and thank you for joining us this evening on this episode of You Can't Make This Up. Tonight, we'll be spotlighting Natasha White. She is the CEO and founder of BHelpful Love nonprofit here in Charlotte, North Carolina. BHelpful Love is an organization that is near and dear to my heart. I am actually a board member with BHelpful Love. I do the social media and marketing with the company. So let's get to Natasha. Natasha, can you tell us something about your organization this evening?
Hello, Kanika. Thank you for having me. As far as Be Helpful Love, Be Helpful Love is a nonprofit organization I started back in 2019. And basically, I started it to give back to our seniors and our homeless as well, because homeless is it's a lot. I've been through that situation. So I know how it feels to be homeless. So whatever I can do to give back to them, to get them where they need to be, is something that I strive to do. As far as the seniors, Be Helpful Love is in honor of my grandmother. Her name is Bernstein Irby. And everybody call her Miss Buddy. She used to be the candy lady.
So, what is your 5-year goal for your organization?
My 5-year goal for Be Helpful is to basically have, of course, our main building here, and actually to branch out to different cities, states, especially where the highest, homeless and, senior citizens are, because there's a lot of people out there that need assistance, need help. I love to love on seniors because they are the most forgotten people. So whatever we can do to help them, I'm willing to do it. So hopefully within the next 5 years, we'll be in about 4 or 5 cities.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Also, what is your favorite thing about Be Helpful Love? I know this is your baby, so to speak, and you did tell us why you started the organization. But what is your favorite thing about Be Helpful Love?
The favorite thing about Be Helpful Love really is just being helpful. Because I like helping people, even though a lot of people say I try to save the world. I don't try to save the world, but I do enjoy helping others, and I especially love helping seniors. They're just so sweet. They just want somebody to talk to, just kind of check on them. So that's my biggest thing. And of course, the title of Be Helpful Love, it came from my grandmother in a dream, because I had trouble actually naming the organization. And she came to me in a dream, and she was just like, remember, Be Helpful Love. So that's where the name came from.
That's my favorite thing. Story. Yes. That's such an interesting story. What lessons have you learned with starting your own nonprofit or even being the CEO of a company?
Oh, what lessons? Lessons I have learned is this is hard work. It is hard. Just the idea of putting it together to make it happen. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, did my research, I got everything together. But it's when you actually get into it. Running a nonprofit is very hard because it's a nonprofit. Right. So we definitely have to be able to get funding, to have fundraisers, to be able to assist those who need help. So I think my biggest lesson, it's a lot of work, but it's rewarding. I enjoy it, and it's very, I'm doing it for a purpose. So all the hard work, late nights, whatever I got to do to make it happen, it's worth it. So I've learned a lot.
And then you also have a team of people who back you up besides myself. So in all, how many, I guess, let the audience know, how many board members do you have assisting you with the organization?
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot. Okay, so of course we have you are marketing, and we have Miss April Wallace. She does volunteers, so she recruits volunteers. We have Miss Brendolyn Williams. She does events and fundraising. And we have Miss the brilliant Wanda Taylor.
Yes,
She's the administrative assistant. And when I say this lady, she goes hard. She goes hard. You
she
know that.
goes hard. Yes, I second
Like,
that.
yeah. So she is like amazing. Like
Mhm.
she's definitely out in the community. She's helped a lot of our homeless um people that we
Personally,
ran
she went
into.
to them personally, visited
Yeah,
them personally in her own vehicle in her personal time
exactly.
to give them food and even just hang out with them.
Exactly. Like
Mhm.
she's a very, very great asset. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I absolutely agree with that.
Hold on, wait a minute. I forgot somebody. She gonna get me if I don't say her name, Kanika. Miss Sharon Hicks. She's our
Yes, don't forget Miss
secretary.
Sharon. She gonna get both of us.
Right. She gonna be like, can't forget she's such a sweetheart, but she's a secretary, so she definitely keeps up with kind of sort of like the administrative side as well. So she makes sure Be Helpful Love runs smoothly with anything,
Mhm.
any documents we need to send out.
Absolutely. And I'll definitely say being a part of the organization has definitely changed my life, just my personal experience. And it's definitely a rewarding experience, like you said, because before Be Helpful Love, I had never thought about hanging out with seniors and volunteering and going out here and feeding the homeless. And so one day this lady walked up to me with no shoes on her feet and it's like 50 degrees outside. That changed my life. That changed my perspective forever. So I do want to thank you, Tasha, or Natasha, because you invited me to be a part of something that was near and dear to you. But in return, it also has been very rewarding for me. So thank you for that.
You are welcome. I'm glad you chose to, be a board member and, stick it out with me. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you.
Yeah,
I'm a
it hasn't been easy, but it's like you say, we're sticking in there together because it's definitely worth it. That is true.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So, what advice would you have for someone who is interested in starting a business or a nonprofit?
The advice I would give is to make sure you do your research. Research is key because, especially with a nonprofit, you have to make sure you have everything done, everything organized. I mean, you have to keep track, keep record of everything. So I would say research, 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 and make sure that you get a solid team.
Mhm.
Find people who sees your vision and your mission and see what you're trying to do. Um, yeah, just make sure you have a good solid team, do your research, and don't give up on your dream, your passion, even though it may not be everyone else's passion, but
Mhm.
it's yours. So I would definitely stick with it. It's gonna be hard. It's
Mhm.
not easy. It's not. But if
But
you love
I
what
think
you do, it's
though,
worth
like you said, when you're doing something that's worth it, something that's fulfilling, the people that you need will come around. I think
it. Right,
you
right.
you get the people that you need, the resources that you need. Because even our last event, we got resources that we never even thought about. Our organization decided to host us. So
Right.
you do get the resources, the people that will definitely find you, so to speak. Sometimes you don't have to do all the finding, even though we spend a lot of time finding, searching, researching. But sometimes we get people sent our way, which is great. Absolutely
Oh,
great.
and it is. It's a blessing. So I welcome anyone who is willing to volunteer. We are still looking for about two more board members.
Mhm.
So definitely, if you have passion and love for seniors, because that's my biggest thing, I love seniors.
Mhm.
So I definitely want someone who has that same passion that likes to give back to the community and love on seniors like I do.
Okay, absolutely. Um, so tell me about your food pantry.
The food pantry we do have at our office is 436 East 36th Street. We're in the Noda area. So we're there Monday through Friday, 9 to 1. We have food pantries basically for anybody who needs food. So they can come by and get a food bag if it's if they can't, then we'll be happy to make arrangements to see if we can bring them a food bag. And we're always taking donations. If we can meet you out somewhere, if you can come by the office and drop it off, we greatly appreciate it.
Okay. And have you been able to give out? Well, we mentioned that Miss Wanda goes into the community, but have you given out some baskets on your own and had some interactions with some people in need?
Oh yeah, all the time. I know Miss Wanda, she does a lot of that when we get clients that call and need assistance. She has prepared bags and actually delivered it to some of the people that need help. So she's really great and big on getting food out to seniors and even the homeless, because we have a few people that we've helped that has actually been living in motels. So we've actually prepared bags for them. We have bus cards we try to give out to them as well. So she's done a lot with that.
Okay. Interesting. I know we do something with the love bags that we do with the organization, the board members. Can you explain that to the audience and let them know what are love bags?
Oh, the love bags are we prepare the love bags, and what's in them. Well, we try to do a little mixture, so we can do maybe like some puzzles, some pens, of course, masks, sanitizer, maybe napkins. We do sugar-free candy, pens. So we just kind of mix it up. And what we do is we will go to maybe like a senior facility or maybe a community, and then we'll just, pass the bags out, talk with the seniors, see how they're doing, see if they're in need of anything else.
Okay. And then we also have bags for the homeless. What are those bags consist of?
So those are the blessing bags. So those contain, it could be socks, it could be underwear, it could be toothpaste, toothbrush, combs, soap, deodorant. I know the last time we gave out actually rolls of tissue, because there was a lot of people that actually need that. We have sleeping bags that we give out. So it's just a little variety of things as well, but those are most of the things that are in the blessing bags.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we also give them an encouragement note.
Okay, and you did set up, and I love the encouragement note idea. That's a really good idea. Really good idea. I had someone ask me about it, and at the time I wasn't sure what they were talking about. And I was like, they was like, thank you for the note. And I was like, I wrote a note. And then that's when I was like, oh, she's talking about the note they put in the thing. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. But yeah, they came out their way to thank me for that. So they really I get the feeling that it really made them feel special. So that was definitely a good idea, because they were thanking me for it, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah, troubles don't last always.
There you go. Amen. You're right about that. So what is BHelpful Love currently in need of? I think you touched on it earlier, but you can give us a little bit more information of what are some of the things that you need.
Currently, we are in need of, again, like I said, volunteers. We need some board members, and of course, funding. We definitely need some assistance with getting that. Even though we do monthly fundraisers to raise money so we can assist others. But that's our greatest need right now is donations, volunteers, board members. Mm-hmm. That's our greatest need right now.
And like you said, quality people that's interested in the cause.
Exactly. Those who love to love on others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How would someone volunteer or donate to the organization?
They can always go to the website, which is BHelpfulLove.org. If you go to the bottom of the page, you'll see a donation link. You can always click on that. And we also have volunteer applications online as well. So you can download it, you can print it off and bring it to us, or you can take a picture and send it to us and we'll contact you. And just let us know what you're interested in. We do have a lot of permanent volunteers and we have some temporary. So if you just want to volunteer for a particular event, that's fine. If you want to do long term, so because we have volunteers that do our food pantry. We have volunteers who do our senior companion service, and that's where we call our clients weekly to check on them to see how they're doing. We may do a house visit, maybe take them some food, just kind of see what they're in need of.
Okay. So just a question to you. When you were homeless, what helped you? How was that experience for you? And I guess going forward, what I understand that changed your perspective of how you look at things or how you see homeless. So how was that experience for you as it relates to your organization?
Well, it's just I know what they're going through. Like I said, I've been homeless about maybe like 3 times. I've been homeless with my children. I have 2 kids and I have a grandbaby. So, we lived at a motel, but I always had my grandma. My grandma, Miss Bunny. So no matter what I went through, she was there, to feed us, even before I had kids, I can come to her house. It was just, she was always there. So it's like having that person to help you and guide you and not turn their back on you, despite what you're going through, is what BHelpful Love is about. Because like I said, I know what it's like. Everybody has a story, everybody has a situation. And there are a lot of homeless people who work. They just can't afford housing. Right. Most people think because you're homeless, oh, you're on drugs or, you're doing this, no, it's a lot of people that actually have jobs. They go to work. They just can't afford housing.
Can't afford, because $1,500 a month is not easy.
Exactly.
Not here in Charlotte. And then look, that doesn't even count your utility bills, your car, your insurance, nothing else. So yeah, you're right. Because I actually, in one of my conversations with the homeless, that when we were in the community at a feeding the homeless event, that's one of the things that they said to me is, we'll rather live on the streets because I can stay in a hotel that's $1,000 or something crazy, like $1,000 a week or for 2 weeks. It was something ridiculous for the hotels that ends up being way more than your rent would cost. So that's why some people are, like you said, homeless and live on the streets, because the hotel prices was ridiculous. They were robbing them. $1,500 a month to stay in a hotel.
Right, exactly. It's just so crazy, and it's heartbreaking to have people, and then you have people that have small children that are sleeping on the ground, and it just doesn't make any sense. And whatever I can do, whatever BHelpful Love can do, I intend to do it to just show them, like I said, troubles don't last always. Everybody goes through something. Right. And whatever I can do, we can do, then we're going to try to help them get back and just know that they're not forgotten. And there's people here that care about them.
Absolutely.
And I had that, so with my grandmother. So
I shared one of my life-changing experiences with feeding the homeless. What is one of yours, whether it's an event that we had, feeding the homeless, a senior event? What is one of your, I guess, memorable moments at one of your events?
I would say Tent City. That broke my heart. Because like when COVID happened, and is to see all those people living up there in tents, that was the most memorable thing I have ever seen, been through. It was just heartbreaking. So that's why I wanted to make sure that we would be out there to provide them with pillows, blankets, food, socks, whatever we could do to help them in that time of need is what I wanted us to do as an organization. Because like I said, I know what it's like to be out on the street. I've had to live in my car. I have to live in hotels. So I know what it's like. And that right, Tent City, I'm so glad they was able to get them moved and put them, somewhere and get them off of the streets.
Absolutely, because their condition, they was living in inhumane conditions.
Oh yeah,
So I'm thankful for that as well. But I think more needs to be done in the city for the homeless, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to touch on last year. We were for our Thanksgiving, we did a event where we gave out pillows, blankets, hot cocoa. What event do we plan on doing an event, or I guess for the audience, to give back for Thanksgiving or Christmas this year?
So for this year, we are going to partner with the church, which is Love Fellowship Church, and we will be providing Thanksgiving meals. I believe we're going to be doing some boxes, giving out some turkeys, hams, with sides as well. So we're going to box up a whole lot of things and give those out. We're going to do that for actually Christmas and Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay. All right. So we'll have to stay tuned for more information about that.
Oh yeah, we will definitely have it. Social media, Facebook, Instagram. But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a lot of giving back and, just being helpful, loving on people as much as we can.
Okay. Is there any messages you want to give to your audience, or I think you mentioned it earlier, but let's reiterate how they can support you, or what can they do to support your organization?
Just you can reach out to us on the website. It's BHelpfulLove.org. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So you can contact us anytime. If you wanted to volunteer, if you want to make donations, if you want to donate to the food pantry, we accept that as well. Anything that anyone can do to help the seniors and help our homeless community, we welcome you, and we greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Natasha. I appreciate your time. And I really like the fact that I'm interviewing you because I'm familiar with your organization. I'm a part of your organization. So it was truly my pleasure to introduce BHelpful Love through Rama Word, you can't make this up, to the audience today. And we will definitely keep you guys posted on future events. And make sure that you tune in for next month's episode of You Can't Make This Up.
Thank you, Kanika.
And we will definitely be in touch with more information, especially going forward with next month. And for, what did you say, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Sounds good.